Greeting our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. This is L.D. Smith, the Watchman on the wall. Israel, this is our midweek teaching. Grab that King James. We have a fine one as always. But we do want to give a shout out to all of our sisters and brothers all over, all right? Okay, we got a fine teaching as I have already stated. We're going to be coming from the book of Amos today, and this is going to be dealing with the Thanksgiving. Israel, why are we celebrating Thanksgiving with our enemy? All right? Now let's go forward here in our teaching, and we're going to explain some things to Israel, all right? And I want you to understand the reading and think about what the reading is saying, and then think about your own life. Think about the things that you are participating in and taking part in, and see does it make any sense. All right? Okay, now we're going to begin at Amos, the 5th chapter, and let us begin with verse 21. And look what it says here. It says, let's do 21. We just gonna do that one out here, okay? He says, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assembly. See that? The Most High says that He doesn't like these days that we're celebrating. And see, most of us, and this is not a statement to put anyone down in any way, and those are not my intentions. But my intention is to open up a person's eyes where they may think for themselves, okay, and see the reality of what's really transpiring around them. Okay, now as I was saying, we have nothing to be thankful about on the enemy's day. Thanksgiving is one of their days that they are thanking for the atrocities and the hurt and the pain that they inflicted on us, and they feel that they don't have to pay for it. I mean, you're going to see in the teaching where I'm going to show a couple of things here that some of you guys may not have already read, but and then some may have already read it, but bear with me. You know, we need to read it again. You know, and we wouldn't be so quick to celebrate these days, because let me say this in passing: all these days over here in America that they celebrate, none of them really applies to the Black Hebrew. None of them. Labor Day, Independence Day, and all these days they have for themselves. They got over 400 years of free labor. And honestly, you may say, well, I get paid now, but you don't get paid what your white counterparts get paid, huh? Not only that, you got to work even harder for yours. So why would I celebrate a day with them, called Thanksgiving? I mean, honestly. But we're going to see here that as far as for the Black Hebrew, the chosen people of the Most High, we should only give thanks to the Most High, because He is our God. We don't have any reason to give thanks to George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Grant, Jefferson, any of those motherfuckers. And I mean that with all sincerity. We have no right giving any of the founding fathers of this hellhole no motherfucking thanks, because didn't anybody do a damn thing for Israel? Nothing. Nobody but the Most High. I mean, if you look back over your life, I don't care what happened in your life, the Most High was the one that helped you. The only one. Because you can look around right now, and you can see that doesn't anybody care anything about you but the Most High. The white man could care less about you. And I mean, I am being as frank as I possibly can. I mean, I am authentic. I can't be any other way. I mean, some may want to say, well, no, all of them. it is in them to be your enemy because God has has placed it in them. Okay, they have nothing to do with hating you. God has made them hate you. All right. Another thing, why would you look up the word enemy in the dictionary and see does it says anything about being your friend or being kind to you? The Most High said that you were going to be going back into captivity by your enemy. I mean, an enemy is a person that is opposite of you. They want to do everything that they can to destroy you. That's your enemy. I don't give a fuck whether they give you 2 or 3 nickels or dimes here. He still doesn't love you. I mean, that's one thing you know we need to get into our minds and in the most innermost part of us that they do not love you. They can't love you. I don't give a damn what you do. And we find ourselves talking about one another, going back to them on one another. And I mean, and it happens every day. It's always one that has color in his skin going back to master telling on another one that has color in his skin. Always. I mean, it never fails. That's why, Israel, I'm telling you, if you do anything, don't anybody know anything about it but you and the Most High. Don't you do it around another person that has color in their skin, because I'm telling you, that person is going to go back and tell on you. Because all master got to do is offer him 2 or 3 nickels, and then smile in his face, you know, and then pat him on the back. He's not going to tell him that he love him. He's going to let him bring that on assumption on himself because he figured if he gave him something and pat him on his back, well, he must love me. And they know that that's how that individual is going to think. So he ain't got to lie to you and tell you that he love you. But the Most High says he hates these days. All right, now let's go a little further here. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Psalms 100. We're going to look at that. Very, very good passage here of scripture that speaks for itself. I mean, it does. One cannot argue with this. In Israel, this is how we should look to our Father, honestly. I mean, because he is so loving. Even though we may not agree with the way that he does things, his love outweighs all the tragedy that has happened into our life. I mean, it is just like a woman that's having a baby. The Bible speaks of that when she's travailing in pain. She's crying, but soon as that baby comes, she's full of so much joy. And see, that's the way we are toward our God, because he is our deliverer and he is our Savior. Now, let's look at here Psalms 100. We're going to read verses 1 through 5. Look what it says. It says, "Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness." See that? Come before his presence with singing. See, when a person is singing, they're happy, they're joyful. And see, God is saying this is how his children should come before him, with gladness and singing songs of thanksgiving. See, we shouldn't give thanksgiving to no white man. Well, for what? For like I said in another video, for tying our ancestors to a fucking spit and then burning them alive? For raping our ancestors? Huh? For making a damn spectacle? Huh? For giving our ancestors drugs, knowing that it was going to be damaging and detrimental to their health, but using them as a guinea pig. Yes, they did all kind of shit and still doing it even to this day. That's why I don't take any vaccines. No, not me. I don't take a damn thing from them, because they don't mean me or you any good. In Israel, you have to believe that. Because it is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. They do not give a damn about you. They want to destroy you. They figure, this is my opinion here though, but I'm quite sure I'm right, but they want to destroy us because they figured they destroy us. Then what would the Most High have to come back for? But the Most High says, I got me a remnant, and baby, I'm coming back for that. See, so they're not going to be able to kill off all of us, because God says that He has a remnant. But I am not going to take anything from the white man. He don't have a damn thing that I want. Nothing. Now look what he says here. He says, verse 3 says, know ye that the Lord, He is God. He's God. It is He that hath made us. See that? No matter what you're going through, remember that. You didn't come in this world on your own. He made you. You are His property. You belong to Him. Look what He says. He said, it is He that has made us, and not we ourselves. We are His people. Plain and simple. I mean, and these words here are so full of power. These words are so full of truth, of positiveness. I mean, it just makes the inside of you shake on the inside, because these words here, I mean, it said He has made us and not we ourselves. So then why would one depend on himself? Fatal mistake. Fatal mistake. You can't depend on yourself. You're going to lose. See, but we have to trust in the Most High. Now look what He says here. He says, we are His people and the sheep of His pasture. See, everything goes back to Him. He is He. He is He. The Lord, He is God. See that? I mean, look how pronounced the Most High is in these writings here. It's all about Him. It ain't about us. We are a small portion of it, but God shall be magnified at all times. He is the Most High. He is our Father. He is a loving God. He is the mighty one of Jacob. That's right. Now look what He says here. He says, verse 4, enter into His gates with thanksgiving. Not the white man gates, not the white man days, but enter into the most holy one gates with thanksgiving. That's where you bring thanksgiving at. Not on these piss ass days that they have thrown together here. All these days are their days. They don't belong to you, neither me. And think about it, my sisters and brothers. When they say American, they're not talking about you and I. They're not. That guy that walked away from his platoon over there, Bird Dog or whatever his name was, y'all know who I'm talking about. When they first put him out there, before they even showed his picture, they said an American. I knew right then it was a white boy. I knew. Because if they said that it was a black man, they would have said an American has been captured and he is an African American. That's how they would have went on down, to let you know that he wasn't white, but he is black. That's how they roll. They let you know exactly who you are. But apparently a lot of us wanna be them. I mean, I can't understand that. Why are you so down on your own self? And all you gotta do is look through the pages and you will see that you are the cream of the crop. I mean, think about this right here. The Most High says, all nations to Him are as nothing. This is scripture. It's in Isaiah. He said, as a matter of fact, he goes back and he said they are less than nothing. Now just think about that, my sisters and brothers. The Most High spoke it out of His own mouth. Now think about that. If He said that they're less than nothing, He wasn't talking about us. He was talking about them. You and I were not included, Israel, in the nothing and less than nothing. He said all other nations. to him is less than nothing. As a matter of fact, he said that they were nothing. Then he came back and reiterated it, built around it and said they were less than nothing. Can't get no worse than that. So my sisters and brothers, you can see that you've been lied to over all the years. You should look at yourself and be proud, because I am proud of who I am. I'm proud of my Maker. I bless my Maker. I thank him, even though sometimes things are not as pleasant as I would like them, but I still look to him because he is my help. Even in my moments of desperation, I look to him. And nothing is too hard for the Most High. That's his word, ain't mine. That's his word. But I look to his word for my salvation and my deliverance. Because you know what? He can't lie. He can't lie. So, not if he said it, he did say it. So guess what? He said that his word will not come back to him unless it does exactly what he sent it out to do. Don't get no better than that. Can't get any better than that. Because the Most High, he is the only true and living God. There ain't no more. Now let's go a little further here in verse 4. Let's finish up this verse 4. Here in Psalms 100, he said, "Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him, and bless his name." Oh, I tell you, that is such a joyous statement, remember. It's so joyful. It makes you feel, that you are somebody. And not only that, that you can be joyful unto the one that created the universe. The one that rules the universe. The one that made everything. And without him was not anything made. And I ain't talking about Jesus either. I'm talking about the Most High. The Most High say, I made everything. I made everything. He made the heaven and the earth. That's right. Not Jesus. So my sister and brother, this here is a time for them. But we should always, now we know who we are, we should always come before him day and night with thanksgiving. I don't care what the situation might be. Because we look to him for our deliverance, and our grace and our mercy, and our salvation. Remember what Daniel and them said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, what they said? They said, even if he don't. Even if he don't, we ain't gonna bow down to you. See that? That's the attitude of an individual that regardless what happened to me, I know some kind of way the Most High he gonna make everything all right. Now watch about him. Verse 5 said, "For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting." Always can get some mercy, boy. I don't care how bad it gets. You can always get some mercy. That's everlasting. And his truth endures to all generations. My generation, my children, generations, just go on and on. Ain't no end to it. That's the God that we trust. That's the God that we serve. That's the one that formed Israel with his hand. He said, I have formed you. Now, let's go a little further here. Let's show you something here in the book of Joel. Because I will not celebrate a day with my damn enemy, not me. Now, let's look at Joel. Joel, the 3rd chapter. Let's look at verses 3. Look what it says in Joel 3:3. It says, "They have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink." Now you think I'm going to celebrate a fucking day with these bastards? Not me. Not me. When I was ignorant and dumb, yes, I did it. But now, no, hell no. I ain't buying no turkey. I ain't getting into none of that bullshit. We gonna carry on just like we always said, just like a regular day to me. Huh? Why? Because all things should go to the Most High. And when you celebrate their days, you're giving them thanks for the atrocities that they did to your ancestors. They raped our boys. They sold our little young girls. Yeah. The white man did that to our children. Huh? And then they have the audacity to say something in nowadays about anything. The ones who threw the first stone and still throwing stones and hiding their hands, saying, well, who threw that stone? And it's them all along. But anyway, let's go a little further here. Let's go to Ezra, the book of Ezra. Let's go to Ezra chapter 3. Ezra chapter 3. Let's start with verse 10. He said, and when the builders, talking about the Jews, laid the foundation of the temple of the Lord, they set the priests in their apparel with trumpets, and the Levites, the son of Asaph, with cymbals, to praise the Lord after the ordinance of King David of Israel. And they sang together by courses in praise, and gave thanks, unto the Lord, because he is good, for his mercy endureth forever and ever toward who? Israel. Didn't say the rest of the world. I mean, my sisters and brothers, we are, as he said, a special people. We are a chosen people. He told us to make a difference between us and others. It's right in the pages. He said, and all the people shouted with a great shout when they praised the Lord, because the foundation of the house of the Lord was laid. But many of the priests and the Levites, chief of the fathers, who were ancient men, these are old men, look what he says, that had seen the first house when the foundation of this house was laid before their eyes, wept with a loud voice, and many shouted aloud for joy, so that the people could not discern the noise of the shout of joy from the noise of weeping of the people. For the people shouted with loud shouts, and the noise was heard afar off. See, the older ones, they seen a lot of atrocities, a lot of pain, a lot of disappointments, a lot of setbacks, and for them to see that wall and that foundation laid, they mind went back to what had happened before in the past, and they just sit there and just wept, thinking, I never thought that I would see this day. But the younger ones, they were so full of joy because they saw that their labor and their work, had paid off. See, that's why we have to look back at our ancestors, because they went through a lot of hell. They paid the ultimate price, and that was many of them with their lives for no reason. They were slaughtered, they were murdered, they were killed. I mean, you can put it any way you want to put it. Their life was cut short. Okay? Now, let's go a little further here. We're going to the book of Micah. Let's go to Micah for time's sake. Let's go to the book of Micah. I did want to look at Joel again, but for time's sake, I don't want to go too long here, over 25 minutes. Let's make this a short one. We're going to look at Micah here, in the book of Micah. Micah, the 7th chapter. Okay, let's begin with verse 15. See, because there is coming a day that all these nations, they got to pay for what they did to Israel. There is a time. There's a day set, and it's not far off. All right, now let's read here. Verse 15, we're in chapter 7. It says, according to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt, will I show unto you marvelous things. The nations shall see and be confounded at all their might. They shall lay their hands upon their mouths, and their ears be deaf. They shall lick the dust like a serpent. They shall move out of their holes like worms of the earth. They shall be afraid of the Lord our God, and shall fear because of thee. Who is a God like unto thee, that pardon iniquity, and passes by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage? See that? The remnant of his heritage. Talking about the little smaller, minute heritage of Israel. He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy. He said, he will turn again. He will have compassion upon us. He will subdue our iniquity, and thou wilt cast all their sins into the depths of the sea. Thou wilt perform the truth to Jacob, and the mercy to Abraham, which thou hast swore unto our fathers from the days of old. See that? He swore this even from the days of old, that he was going to take care of us, that he had him a remnant. See, God got him a people. God has him a people. And these people now that are in power, they think that they have power to do this and power to do that. But see, but God is using them, to punish us. But he is lifting up his hand and gradually off of us, and pretty soon he's gonna take it all away. And then we're gonna grab them by the throat. The one that captive us, we're gonna take them captive. Isn't that what the word says? We're gonna take them captive, and they're gonna be up under us. My sisters and brothers, we thank you for allowing us to come into your homes on this midweek teaching, and we look to see you on our Sabbath. Until next time, shalom.